right. This is your girl Venus from Low End Theories Podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. What's up, Sam?
What's going on, V? Nothing much, man. Just chilling, Charlie. What's up with you?
Nothing much, just trying to get through the work week here. It's been a super busy week here on my end. So been trying to help my daughter get through her computer issues with her virtual learning. So I've been playing Miss IT. And then I also started a second job, a second temporary job, let's just say that. So just trying to get some extra ducats for that rainy day fund.
I feel you, man. But you being the IT lady, man, shit must be all fucked up.
Yeah, between that, I had to help her with her computer, and then I got like two new monitors plus the new laptop. So I had to hook up all of that shit together, and I actually put together a desk. Like I've been doing some shit.
Okay, Bob the Builder, shit. The fuck, man. What the fuck you building shit for?
Hey, I gotta get shit done. This shit I gotta do. I can't be waiting.
Yeah, all right, all right, man. Shit, but what you got? What's been going on with you this week, though? Like you said that you started the new job, and then her IT issues. What was going on with her computers, with her school stuff her computer needed your help.
Well, basically, she had a Chromebook, and this one, the one that she was working on, was one that I had bought her as a Christmas present maybe like 2 years ago.
Mm.
And it just started running super slow. So I didn't know if it was maybe the internet, because we have so much shit connected to the internet, like between all of my work computers, then plus personal devices, cell phones, iPads, and then we have like five Alexas in here. And
Oh,
then
you
we
talking about
have
them
Ring
dots?
doorbell. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got them shits all over the place.
I got one, you know what I'm saying, but it's just in the room, and it's just an alarm and give like the updates and stuff like that. I wanted to get one to attach to the Keurig so that you can tell the motherfucker to turn the coffee on and shit, but you still have to come down
Mm-hmm.
here and push the button, so it's like fucking pointless. Like it'll turn it on, but it can't start
Okay.
it. It's something like that. But I think they got an Alexa compliant joint that you can just say start the coffee or whatever, and that motherfucker will fire up. But I don't know if I really want to spend $300 total, like
Ooh.
getting another dot or getting another Alexa thing and getting a Keurig that actually does that in the same
Yeah.
thing, man. Like it's I don't know. I don't think I really do like coffee, but I don't think I like it that fucking much.
Yeah, because I was looking to upgrade my Keurig, and I have like one of the first like big clunky ones, and it takes up a lot of space. So when I was at Target, I was like, oh look, they're like way smaller than what they used to be, right? And I looked at that price, it was like 169. I was like, ew, when they start costing that much?
Man, they started costing that much when they started making the motherfuckers, man. I ain't seen one that because I'm used to like, you get a coffee maker, like a regular ass old school ass coffee maker, you get one of them motherfuckers like $10. Like that's one of like the
Yeah, them
simplest,
shits was
easiest.
super cheap.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. That's like the go to for any motherfucking like home office or whatever. Let me go and get one of these $10 hollers and shit. And we can go ahead and put that in here. Man, you try to go get one of them small motherfucking Keurigs or whatever that's like the one cup thing. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just big enough for one cup. So and it's only got one setting for that one cup and shit. I think it's either a 12-ounce cup or I think well they make them in different sizes. So you can either get it in an 8-ounce, 12-ounce, or 20-ounce cup or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And it's just for that. Like your cup gotta fit right in that motherfucker and that type of shit. Them motherfuckers like $150, $160. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, them shits is not cheap. I'm like, whoa. But for me, it's like I'm not a super huge coffee drinker. Like, it's not something that I have to have every day. So I'm like on a needed basis. Like, so when I'm, working, I need an extra little boost. I may have a cup of coffee, but it's not an everyday thing for me. So, I'm
No,
more of a tea drinker.
I drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? But it's uh it's expensive. Like that Keurig shit is expensive. Like the box of like 12 is like $10. So you basically paying
Mm-hmm.
like $1.25 a fucking cup. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you even with the cheap ones and shit, they still like $7, $8 and shit. So like you try to skirt past some of that by just getting the regular ass coffee and then getting one of the refillable cups and then putting that shit in
Mm-hmm.
and then you can set your shit up like that. But that shit is nerve wracking trying to get that shit together every motherfucking time you want a cup. But it's what it is if you want to if you just want to save some bread.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, yeah. All
So
right then, but yeah,
so
so that
what's
was that was my week.
so what's going on? What's going on in Florida, man?
Oh my gosh.
a motherfucking story today that y'all governor decided that they was just gonna open up everything, like
Yes.
everything.
Oh
Like
my
man, the
gosh.
motherfucker said it's gonna open everything. So what's everything? Like I know
So,
they gonna open up the where the Dolphins play to full capacity. So they gonna let
mhm.
65,000 in. So what else is open?
So good old Governor Ron here.
Yeah, Ron
um,
DeSantis.
yeah, he's saying it's now time to allow all the bars, the clubs, the restaurants, movie theaters to operate at full capacity. And, this dude is just like really contradicting himself. And, the thing is that he just announced this like just the same day after Trump announced that he had coronavirus. So go figure.
So they sticking it. So he called himself sticking together or sticking with him or some shit.
I guess so. But,
Man, Joe.
everybody else is kind of saying, like, it's too soon, and which it is. Like, not to mention, like I said, with my daughter's school, they just started letting kids go back to the brick and mortar just 2 weeks ago. Exactly. It'll be 2 weeks exact as of tomorrow. And somebody already contracted coronavirus at the school.
I when when the motherfucker went and he said that he got it and went to the hospital and they said that this motherfucker was on oxygen and that he was on experimental medication and all of this other type of shit. I'm like, the first thing that came to my mind was he probably did this shit on purpose. Like it was too much shit that
Oh
was
my
going
God.
on. Like, but I'm not really a conspiracy theorist or whatever. So I'm just sticking to what it is that they was telling everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
he got the virus. His wife got the virus. His
Mm-hmm.
staff, his main staffer had the virus first, and then they found out that everybody else got it. Since he didn't got it, they done locked down all of the motherfucking Joint Chiefs and shit. So all of the heads of the fucking military are in quarantine. This motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
go to the hospital for 3 days, get on his motherfucking medication. They didn't want to say that he was on a ventilator or that he was on oxygen. They didn't want to say all of that shit. So they said that he was all on his motherfucking medication that just so happened to be around because he got it. And that nobody should expect to get this shit because, he the president. So of course he gonna get it. So it's that shit. And then like I don't understand this shit. This motherfucker come back from the hospital, go up to the motherfucking Oval Office, and he did the shit twice because he wanted to get good pictures. You know what I'm saying? So the motherfucker needed to have pictures taken of him to try to illustrate that he was doing all right or that he was super strong and all this other type of goof ass shit. How a fat ass 78-year-old white man gonna look super strong is fucking beyond me. But 74, however
Yeah,
fucking old he is.
74.
So anyway, the motherfucker sitting up there, take the fucking mask off, look like he trying to keep from coughing hard as hell. Like he look like he ain't even
He's
breathing.
struggling.
He trying, he trying, he
Your
trying to
whole
keep.
inside's hurting trying to hold in a
Man, he
cough.
try to hold that cough in hard to the motherfucker, Joe. Like try not to do that shit. And I'm like, I know I ain't the only motherfucker that think that shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, you trying to hold that motherfucker cough in. But he do all of that shit. and then just go back into the house like ain't shit happened. So meanwhile, motherfuckers is dropping left and right in that motherfucker from having everybody catching it, needing the quarantine. It's still motherfuckers walking around there without no motherfucking mask on. It's still motherfuckers that they keep finding and testing and shit that got this motherfucking virus. And it's like this dude at that fucking confirmation hearing for this Supreme Court justice that he want to try to put up created a fucking super spreader event.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like everybody that was there got it. Everybody that was there got it in some shape or fashion and shit. So
Right, but the thing is that, your president, he never wears a mask. Like, you're around all these people every day. So it's like you never at any point did you self quarantine. So you're around all these people, you're doing all of these events and speaking at these events and you shaking hands and shit like that, and you don't want to wear a mask, and not to mention you're 72 years old, so you're already at high risk. So when did you
fat as
not think
hell.
that you were gonna get it?
All right, and you fat as
And his
hell.
wife
Like
got it.
let's not
Yeah.
forget that. You know what I'm saying? You fat as hell. You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit but eat McDonald's at night and shit all motherfucking day. You know what I mean? So
And
like the thing that really fucks me up, you know what I'm saying, it really grinds my motherfucking gears is the fact that this motherfucker was tweeting from his motherfucking hospital bed, talking about don't be
mhm.
afraid of this shit. It's okay. Um, and nothing is that bad, and this shouldn't rule your life, and
Oh
all
my
of this other type
gosh.
of shit. Like, fam, like that's why I think like he did it. That's what made me think like he did this shit on purpose. Like everybody got it on purpose because he go in, he get this fucking super fucking medication and shit, and he out that bitch in 3 days doing wave bars and shit with masks on or whatever. But everybody around him steady catching it. And he putting up here that nah, it's okay, man. Just go ahead. Don't let this shit ruin your life. Don't let it rule your life and shit. So then yo governor, he opened up this whole state, and your state is the worst state. Like your state was like neck and
Yeah.
neck with Texas or some shit is like being the worst for this shit.
Mhm.
So he opened that shit up like 3 days after, and the fucking election is coming up. And this motherfucker said that he wasn't gonna talk about no type of motherfucking relief package for the COVID shit until after the election. And then he said out his motherfucking fingers, when I win, we gonna do it the next day. I'm gonna give y'all $1,200 the next day. Bitch, what? Like I
For the
ain't never
stimulus
seen
package, yeah.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker just blatantly tell your motherfucking ass, if you don't vote for me, you gonna die.
Y'all ain't getting
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? You ain't getting shit. I'm not giving you a motherfucking thing. I'm not doing shit until I get elected. And if I don't get elected, it's some shit to it. Because I ain't leaving. Like I ain't leaving.
Basically.
Like
Basically.
so
Like, these motherfuckers just really been running around in circles with this shit that they've been talking. Like, even with Ron, like he said, okay, basically, we want you to wear a mask. It's a good idea if you wear a mask, but we're not gonna enforce it. We're not
what
gonna
kind of
enforce it.
retarded shit is
So
that?
it's basically like saying, okay, we have a speed limit. We want you to do the speed limit, but if you break it, we ain't gonna fuck with you.
Man,
What?
please let that shit happen. Let that shit happen. And motherfuckers start running and motherfuckers start cutting off 18 wheelers and shit and ending up on the side underneath bridges and all fucked up in the ditches and shit, and see if they don't start having motherfuckers pull a motherfucker over for speeding. Like this shit is stupid, man. Like it's just best. And I be walking around out here, man, because we got a Republican governor, and she not really on that enforcing the fucking mask law either. And I can tell that it's just a bunch of motherfuckers out here just like her because don't nobody no
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking mask. And they all look. I'ma just say that everybody that's not wearing the mask look alike. You know what I'm saying?
True.
They all motherfucking look alike. And that you like, man, why the fuck y'all don't feel like y'all first of all can't catch it. Two, that if you do catch it, it ain't a big fucking deal. And three, that somebody else don't want to catch this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be carrying this shit and not knowing, and you touching shit, shopping and touching shit, looking at it and putting it back and doing all of this shit, half-ass wearing a mask so that it's underneath your nose or whatever, because you talking about you can't breathe,
Mm-hmm.
and you steady touching your face and then touching shit, steady, you know what I'm saying? Steady going, looking
Oh, I
at
know
gross.
exactly who that is. That be
Man,
them Trump followers. That's them Trump
man, so
followers.
all all I'm saying is they all look alike. Like all these
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers look alike, and I'm sick of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this shit, man. Because it's like the more and more. Like I just had one of the shorties had his the last homecoming game or whatever, because he was a senior or is a senior. That game was like last week. I didn't go. Like I did, just because. Why the fuck is we out here, for one? For two, you can't guarantee that everybody is gonna be out here with a mask. Like it's too many people that um that's gonna come out here to this game and feel like, well, I'm here to support my kid and I don't have to wear a mask if I don't want to. Like, and the school can't enforce that shit. Like the school can't make a motherfucker put a mask on. They not gonna make a motherfucker put a mask on. Like even with the kids going to school, the kids that are actually going to school versus the kids that are staying at home. The kids that's going to school, they not making them wear a fucking mask. Like
Mm-hmm.
that shit is
Mm-hmm.
all optional. Like I see kids getting off the motherfucking bus out here, and it ain't no telling if they're gonna have a mask on, because most of them get off the bus without a mask on. But
Mm-hmm.
this
Which
shit's
means they've been
supposed
sitting on the bus without a
the whole
mask
time
on.
a fucking mask on. And these little kids, you know what I'm saying? These little kids, like you know these little motherfuckers ain't finna keep no motherfucking mask on all day. Who's gonna tell them they're a superhero? Like that's the only way that you think you're gonna get these motherfuckers to do it, is if you tell them, like, okay, it's just Halloween every motherfucking day. But then
Yeah,
even
this shit
then,
done got out of hand. Like even with Ron, he's saying, okay, let's open up the movie theaters. Like what fucking movies are playing in the movie theaters? Like it's nothing
shit,
out.
Tenet, Tenet out, you know what I'm saying? Shit. That Christopher Nolan movie, oh girl, please. Yeah. Tenet. It ain't even playing where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I live in a small I live in a small ass area. It ain't even playing where I'm at yet. But
But I thought
uh,
all the movies was gonna be released on TV because I was actually looking into watching Antebellum with Janelle Monáe, and that's like $20 on Xfinity.
it's
Like
all
so they're charging
it's
you
on
like what the price you would normally pay at the movie theaters
it's
to
on
see the movies.
it's up to the studio how they want to release that movie. I know
Mhm.
it's been a lot of movies that have been released like on Amazon Prime and Apple TV
Mhm.
and other streaming platforms that you can actually pay and watch it that way. There's been a lot of movies released that way, but Christopher Nolan refused to release his movie that way. Like he said, "No, this is going to be a studio release. So if you want to watch this movie,
Mhm.
then you need to go to the studio. I mean, you need to go to a movie theater and watch it." So
Mhm.
it's complete. If that's how he want his movie released, that's how the fuck they gonna release it. So that's how it got released. Like you gotta go to a fucking movie theater to watch the shit. So it's then up to the movie theaters to how it is that they gonna um how they movie theaters feel and shit. But it's like, what the fuck is it that you want everybody to do? Like you gonna you don't want to enforce a mask thing, but you want to open shit. So when people start getting sick, you're gonna turn around and say it's not that big of a deal, or it is what it is. Is that what you're gonna say? Because
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that everything he's been saying has been so contradictory because you can't say that, okay, well, the numbers are going down, like we don't want to open up shit too soon, and then next thing you know, we're, backtracking. But that's exactly what you're doing. Like you're opening up everything so soon, not saying that it's super soon, but it is soon. Like at the end of the day, like Florida was, like you said, one of the highest states with the amount of cases that we had. So why would you just open everything back up? Yes, where the business is struggling. Yeah, hell yeah. the business was struggling. Hell, my business was struggling, and I got an online fucking business. So,
Right.
so it's like, but at the end of the day, it's about the health of the people, and it sounds to me like you don't give a fuck about the health of the people.
At all. At all. Because if you, this is the way I look at it. Like, all right, you need businesses to generate income to stimulate the economy. So you need people to go to work, to pay taxes, to feed into the economy. Like it's just a one end into the one end feeds the other, one hand washes the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cyclical thing. So if the people that patron these businesses get sick and they can't shop at the businesses no more, the businesses have to close because they have no income. If the businesses close because they have no income, they aren't paying any taxes either. So the businesses aren't paying taxes, so shit isn't getting fixed. So the roads are fucked up. Bridges start falling down. Dams
Mm-hmm.
are all fucked up. So all of the infrastructure shit is fucked up. It's already fucked up, by the way. But then after the bridge is fucked up, you got to start calling the military back home because you can't afford to pay these motherfuckers to just be sitting out overseas and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to contract everything. You know what I'm saying? You have to contract everything simply because there are too many sick people to go out and buy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it would seem to me that the safest way to do things, the safest way to have done this is to shut everything down for however long it was that it was going to take to flatten the fucking curve, to close all of the stores, to have a day of shopping where everybody has 24 to 48 hours to go get what it is that they need. If they can't buy it online, you keep the one essential things open as far as mail and delivery services, like people that drive trucks and shit like that. You keep that
Mm-hmm.
shit open in order to keep products moving back and forth, like essential products, not motherfuckers buying socks off Amazon and fucking special spatulas and shit from Rachel Ray. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like really essential shit. You know what I mean? You shut everything down for however long it take to flatten the motherfucking curve, so that when you do go back to just going full capacity, everybody's going full, you know what I'm saying, full throttle without missing a fucking beat. Yeah, you shut down for that little bit of time, but it beats just half-ass doing shit for so long that um
Mm-hmm.
it's just a extended, like a full extended amount of damage instead of just one. I'd rather just get punched in the face one good time than for a motherfucker to just be sitting up here poking me with shit for 5,
Mm-hmm.
10, 15
Mm-hmm.
fucking minutes. Like that shit just don't make no more sense.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But it's like, okay, what can we do? Like, that I still haven't been out to a club. I've been to a restaurant, so I haven't been to a club, a strip club, I haven't been back to the gym. It's like certain shit I just haven't done yet. Like, I'm not going to the movies. Like, here we have iPic. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's like a
No, I don't know what the fuck
premium
you're talking
movie
about.
theater.
It's a
It's a
premium
premium
movie?
movie theater.
What they
Yeah,
do
and
there? What they sell
basically,
weed?
no, I wish they did. But
That'd be the
they
next step.
sell,
They already sell liquor, right?
yeah, they sell alcohol, and
Yeah, that'd
you
be
can
the next
order
step.
food. They'll
Shit.
bring food to your seat. You get alcohol to your seat, and it's big plush chair. You recline it, and it costs a little bit more, but it's convenient. I like it. But they said that they're gonna still practice social distancing. So instead of getting seats together, like certain areas are gonna be blocked off so people aren't sitting right next to each other. So of course you can sit next to the person you came with, but
What difference do it make when you all got to go in the same motherfucking door? And they not finna stop motherfuckers from coming in at a certain time. Like they not finna stagger the entrance. Like you have my like
mm-hmm,
I was standing in line. I want to say 3 days ago, and they got signs on the motherfucking floor that hey man, this is 6 feet, this 6 feet. So these two dots are 6 feet apart. You stand on this dot, he'll stand on that dot, and y'all be 6 feet apart. Stand on the fucking dot.
Mm-hmm.
You got motherfuckers that can't stand on the dot, like don't want to stand on the motherfucking
No.
dot. So it's like, man, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, this motherfucker is on my neck. If I turn around and start barking at him, I'm acting belligerent and shit. Y'all don't have no motherfucking enforcement agents or no shit. Y'all not finna pay for security to tell motherfucker, hey man, back the fuck up. Excuse me, it didn't excuse me, it didn't have you motherfuckers. Don't take this shit serious. So it
Yeah,
ain't even
no.
man, you want these motherfuckers bugging. Like I'd have shut this shit down in April. Like you just shut every like don't you can't come in from Europe, you can't come in from China. Instead of trickling in like, okay, well, if you do this, if you do that, if you do this, if you do that, you can come in. Like if you just tell a motherfucker no, like you can't come in, no, you can't come in. Everybody shut down. We're gonna sit down for about 6 weeks. After this 6 weeks, we're gonna get back up. Like it's gonna be real tough, but that's just what it's gonna be. Like all of this unnecessary shopping, you motherfuckers going and buying TVs, like chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. Like you can just wait on that, but you can't tell American shit. Like man, motherfucker ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, because look at all the holidays that's coming up. We're in damn near the middle of October. So I don't know what the fuck is supposed to happen for Halloween, but we got Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas. Like we got all of these big shopping holidays. Like these motherfuckers want to have these stores open for that shit.
They had already started moving away from Black Friday being a brick and mortar thing, just with the advent of online shopping. So you got Cyber Mondays and shit. And people like you got that Thursday before Black Friday where motherfuckers just start buying shit on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? They just start
Mm-hmm.
buying shit on Thanksgiving and moving it up further. So I mean moving it up sooner so that people can start buying shit. But I don't really think that the issue is with um getting people to buy shit because you ain't stopping no motherfucking American from buying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what it is either. Like man, if you selling it American to buy, it, it don't matter where the fuck it is, how the fuck they gonna get it. They'll figure that shit out.
Exactly.
They'll figure that shit out. I'm getting that shit. What is it? What is it? What again? Oh, okay. Where it's at? I'm all right. I'm on my way. I'm getting that shit. Like it, man. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's in America. If you in America and you selling some shit, somebody gonna buy it. So I don't really think that's the issue. I think the issue is, which nobody really is talking about, is that this is the fall. Like this is the peak of cold and flu season, and you got a fucking virus that y'all couldn't control in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't get this shit together in the summer. And now it's gonna be cold, and motherfuckers normally get sick in the cold weather. You mother man. I just I just think it's gonna get a lot worse before it get better, and I don't think anybody
Yeah.
is paying attention to that shit. I really don't think
Yeah.
anybody is truly paying attention to that shit. That's why I'm like, man, we just stay your motherfucking ass in the house. Like if you don't have to go
Yeah.
outside, don't go the fuck outside. Like if it's some shit that can be ordered, order that shit. Like at least the people that are in like they trucks and are delivering shit, at least they have protocols in place. Well, I hope that they do anyway, that will protect them from stupid ass transmissions, like people opening your doors or just walking up to you and shit without a mask on. Like if you're a delivery truck
Mm-hmm.
driver and shit, you probably don't interact with people that much. I don't know, but at the same time, like we got to do something about like these motherfuckers that's going to buy toilet paper and just going to browse around with no fucking mask on. Like these
Yeah,
old
man,
bitches
that
got to
shit is
stop
getting
that shit.
unreal. And, just like you said, with people not giving you your personal space, like I already felt a certain kind of way about that shit before COVID. Because I feel like, if I'm standing in line and, my purse bump you, you way too motherfucking close.
Way too motherfucking close. Way too
So,
motherfucking
it's
close.
done been times like even before COVID, like, okay, you right up on my ass. Can you move back some? Or, you know what I'm saying? If my car bump you, you too fucking close to me. Like,
Man,
move the fuck back.
motherfuckers don't honor that shit. Because I remember when I was in the airport, when I went to go see my family, I was in the airport and I'm standing in line at Starbucks, man. The motherfucker is on my ass. Like, I got a motherfucking, I don't know what the fuck to call this motherfucker. My briefcase. I had my motherfucker briefcase over my shoulder and shit. And this motherfucker, like, it's on my hip. And this motherfucker is steady bumping this motherfucker. I'm like, man, you too close. Like, get your young ass the fuck on. Like, you, man, you know what the fuck these motherfuckers look like, man. Get your motherfucking ass the fuck back.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if you standing next, if I can see you out the side of my, you too motherfucking close. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm looking straight ahead and I can see you without turning my head, you too motherfucking close. Like, get your motherfucking ass back, man. Stand on this motherfucking dot. Fuck that dot. I'm telling you, man. That's how motherfuckers feel, man. Fuck that dot. That dot ain't
Yeah,
shit.
because I that happened to me one day. Me and my daughter, we was in Walgreens and we was standing in line and they got the dots. And I'm standing there. It was me next. I was next. So it was one person at the cash register. I was next, and it was somebody behind me. But I knew it was somebody behind me, but I didn't realize he was that close until I went to turn around to say something to my daughter. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you need to move the fuck back. Like, you right here. I need you back fucking there. Like, oh, well, you're getting ready to move up anyway. Nigga, I don't
So
give a fuck
motherfucking
what I'm
what? I
getting
ain't
ready to
moved
do.
yet. Like, I ain't moved yet, motherfucker. Like, stay your motherfucking ass back there. Like, man, Joe. That shit, man, Joe. That should be pissing me the fuck off, man. Get the fuck on, man.
So
Like,
it's like this
that
whole
personal
time,
space shit
especially
is
since
real.
COVID, like every time like I be in the line or if I be in the store and somebody browsing by some shit, you want to come stand right next to me like that ludicrous, that move, bitch, get out the way. Like that shit just be coming in my head, popping up all the time.
No, man. The the shit that get me be when a motherfucker, because I done seen this shit too. Now, the shout out to these young white kids, man, because these young white motherfuckers, these motherfuckers bold. These motherfuckers is bold. So this motherfucker standing in line, and she this old lady come up and she too motherfucking close. So this girl, excuse me, ma'am, can you please back up? It's like, I'm not bothering. It's like, ma'am, you too close. Like, I need you 6 feet back. Why don't you understand that COVID is real? Do you know COVID is real? Like, she started to talk to her like that. So I started laughing. So they all looking at me and shit, like, what's so funny? Why would you be laughing? I'm like, man, because she cursing her old ass out. Like, why does somebody have to curse you out about that? Like, social distance. He just kept saying that. Social distance, social distance. Like, it means you can be around people, but not near people. Like, get away. Like, I was cracking up, man. Fuck these, man. I'm telling you, man. Fuck that shit. Oh my God.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
any motherfucker way, man. They talk about that COVID shit all motherfucking day, man. Tell you, man. These motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But man, that shit just been so super crazy. So I'm just gonna continue to let my daughter stay at home and do her virtual schooling because we did, in light of her computer issues, we had to go get a school issued laptop, which I really didn't want to get. So it's like, okay, let's Lysol this bitch down and sanitize it because we don't know if it's new or if it's used or whatever. So just wipe it down, Clorox wipes, all that shit.
Oh shit, child. You what your motherfucking ass is missing is that motherfucker might not work. Like, regardless regardless of what kind of germs is on that motherfucker, you gonna do all that disinfecting and the bitch won't turn on.
Well, it was working. It's working.
Man, I'm telling you,
It's
man, these
working.
motherfuckers be, man, these cheap ass motherfucking laptops, man, that they be giving these kids. This,
It's pretty
you
nice. I
think
want to say
you
well, I want to say it was a Dell, and it was touch screen and shit. It's nice, other than the screen being small as fuck, but
man,
it's pretty nice.
you think these kids, you think they school. I promise you, you would think they school was in the Taylors. Like they was going not across the street from the Taylors. That school that was in
In
the
them.
Taylors. I ain't talking about Beasley. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that school that was in the Taylors, that was in between the buildings and shit. Looked like that school that looked like a rec center. I'm talking about that school. You know what I'm
Right by
saying?
the playground.
Man, that school. You swear these motherfucking tablets came from that motherfucker. Like these them motherfuckers that, hey man, they may work, they may not work, but hey, you got a tablet. You got a tablet.
Hmm.
Man, fuck this shit, man. Because I know this little shorty I'm working with, man. This motherfucker tablet and the programs this should be running. It'd be iffy at best if it's gonna work, or if this assignment is gonna be admissible in the format that they want it in. This is one of the strangest things I've seen. And especially when you
Hmm.
got teachers that don't like the program, so they want you to send it another way. Like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to? Like, I'm not no motherfucking teacher. Like, whatever the fuck this app say, it should be done. That's how the fuck it's
Did
happening.
you? But wait, hold on, wait a minute. Did you cuss out the baby teacher already?
I ain't cuss her out, but you know how you send one of them emails. You know what I'm saying? You know that email that you send, like respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, we will be following the format provided that was provided by the public school system. Like, bitch, I'm not doing this extra shit because you find it easier. Fuck your ease, man. I'm sitting in this motherfucker trying to keep this man. I'm telling you, man, this shit ain't no joke. This shit ain't
And
no
then on
joke.
top of that, like with her, like, sometimes the system may run slow because they use Zoom, they use and Google Class. So, sometimes if the system is slow, she may not be able to get into the classroom at the exact time that she's supposed to be in there. Do you know they still mark her tardy? Like, how you mark a
Oh
motherfucker tardy from a damn online class? Like,
shit. At least they want to see her. You know what I'm saying? At least they
I mean, they
provided,
actually do attendance. They got to see you on the screen. So they
man.
have like part of the kids in the class, part of the kids are virtual. So they're doing attendance both ways. So if they don't hear you say here when they call your name, now you're tardy.
They don't give a fuck about these kids. I'm gonna tell you, that shit right now, because they
Exactly.
ain't no Zoom for these kids out here. Like they gotta I got this program that I gotta pull up, and then it's all worksheets. It's all worksheets, and it's like a discussion. Like they got a discussion post that they may or may not have to post in, depending on what the fuck it is that they doing. Like, and it's
Hmm.
all and it's all just to-do lists, and you could we was doing that shit wrong for like the first 2 weeks, and I didn't know that that's what it was, because I'm thinking that, okay, well, you talking to your teacher the other day, ain't you? No, I ain't talked to her. I ain't talked to us in school. So what? Huh? Oh yeah, you gonna have to talk to him. You gonna have to administer these. What?
Hmm.
Oh wait. What? What? What?
Wow. I'm going to
Man,
have to.
I turned to the little John so motherfucking fast, man. What? Like, man, ain't no fucking Zoom conference, ain't none of that shit, man. They got these motherfuckers doing just doing worksheets. You know what I'm saying? Just doing worksheets and reading slides, man, and watching slides. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
it's fucked up because they don't tell your ass. They didn't tell none of the parents that that's what the format was going to be. that they was gonna have to physically, and they was gonna actually replace their teacher. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell nobody that. Now I'm not saying like a motherfucker didn't expect to have to do something. Like nobody's saying that. What I'm saying is that they didn't tell these parents, they didn't tell us that a motherfucker was gonna have to teach the fucking class. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, because I can't even call you no more during the day because you be teaching.
yeah, like that shit ridiculous. Like doing fucking like building volcanoes. I ain't even build a volcano for my own motherfucking self when I was a kid. Like I ain't build no volcano. Like I had to read the directions, my nigga. Like I don't know what the fuck y'all. I don't know what the fuck y'all. Man, what the fuck is this? Like I didn't even believe it was gonna work until I saw that shit form, and I'm like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do with some cardboard? Why I got what the fuck is this? What y'all want to put a plastic bag over the bottle for? What sense do that make? What is y'all on? And then he started doing that shit because I wasn't gonna do that shit. You go ahead, man. Make sure that I make the paper mache for you. That's what this called, man. It's called paper mache. I know. I remember what that is. You make paper mache, so
Oh
you
my
got to,
gosh.
you know how you gotta you gotta strain the fucking flour and the water mix it. You gotta strain that shit off because if you put too much on there, it'll just flop on there and shit. So I strained that shit and
Oh my
showed them
gosh.
them first three. Them first three. Now this what it is. So the cardboard acts as the frame. So you put
Mm-hmm.
the paper mache over the frame and shit, and that's what forms the whole you dig or whatever. So it actually do look like, you know what I'm saying, the what's it face. It do look like a volcano.
Like a
But
volcano.
I mean when he got done with it, it looked like a volcano. Because I only did them three strips. And then like I got him some paint, so he painted or whatever. He was, you know what I'm saying, he was getting his Walt Disney on and shit. I ain't never seen a purple volcano. You ain't never seen a purple volcano, but hey, maybe he colorblind. It don't
It's
matter to
his
me.
imagination. Let his imagination run free.
Yeah, if it don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a picture of that shit and send it in the email. Like, let's go. B minus, let's go. Let's go. Let's go,
And
champ.
it's like, how can you truly grade that? Because at the end of the day, like, was there a video? Like, did you have to take a video of the explosion or nothing? Just take a
I ain't even
picture
did
of it
that
and send
yet.
it
I ain't
in?
even did that yet because I told you my the camera on my phone sucked. So I'm not using that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I
Oh,
I I do have a camera that can record. I have a real camera that can record and shit. I got a digital camera, but I couldn't find a charger, so I had to order a charger. The
oh, okay.
charger ain't gonna be here till like next week or some shit. But I ain't volcano away, so whenever it come, I'll do the shit. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Go ahead, get them rest of them points up for that A, for that hot A. But it's
Yeah,
just,
get that A.
man, trying to keep up with that shit. That shit ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them teachers, man. If you a teacher and you actually do your job, because I know it just like any other job, it's motherfuckers that don't do their job. So you got teachers that actually do their job, and then you got, pieces of shit teachers that just go
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I got my check
absolutely.
regardless. I'm gonna get paid whether you learn this shit or not. You got them teachers. So the ones that
Yeah,
actually
I
teach,
mean,
man,
oh my gosh, like just the
these
other day,
motherfuckers are
like
amazing.
it's like maybe the last period class, and I hear my daughter turn the TV on. I went out there. She curled up on the couch with a blanket. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, aren't you supposed to be in your last period? Oh, my teacher said she had a headache, so she was finna go lay down. What?
Damn, my teacher took a nap. Damn.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I have never heard no shit like this before. So,
Damn. Damn. Hey, a lot of our old classmates, they teachers and shit, and you know what I'm saying, they be on Facebook, flipping the fuck out, like, man, why the fuck you motherfuckers is eating chicken and fried, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got grease all on his face while he in the meeting, like, what the fuck going on? Like, they be flipping, man. Some of them posts be funny as hell, shorties and their mamas, man, them motherfuckers. 'Cause I remember the first couple of weeks, man, when motherfuckers was walking by the Zoom, and They
smoking and
smoking.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers smoking the blunt and shit, rolling the weed in the fucking camera. Like man, what the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with
I
you,
saw the
motherfucker?
other one the other day where the little boy, his mama walked past, she naked, ain't got no clothes on. Like, what the fuck?
First of all, why are you walking around your son like that? Like, why is you walking around your child like that outside? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in your room and he just so happened to come in and you naked, like, that's one thing. For you to be walking around the fucking house butt ass naked, like that's just disrespectful. Like I'd have died if I'd have seen my mama naked, B. Like I'd have died, fam. Like that would have been it for me. Like
And the boy had to
the
be every bit of
trauma,
like maybe 9 or
see the
10. Like,
trauma,
I know he was hella
the
embarrassed.
trauma, fam. Like the trauma I would have had to deal with if I'd have seen my mom's naked, fam. Like man,
Can
motherfuckers
you
think I was
imagine like your classmates teasing the fuck out of you? Like, man, we saw your mama on
like,
the gram.
damn, your mama got some big ass titties. Like, what can you say and shit? Like, what the fuck is you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Then you know it's a motherfucker it's a motherfucker in every class. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker in every class got jokes. Motherfucker see your mama start banging on her, you gonna be mad at the motherfucker. You gonna be mad at a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like that shorty ain't gonna never live that down, man. That shorty ain't
Never,
gonna never live it down.
never, never.
And then the flip side of that is that I actually read this today where it was a lot of students that weren't turning on the camera
Hmm.
for their
Hmm.
meetings or whatever. And somebody had put up this thing like, yeah, it's because like that classroom ain't necessarily a safe place for them. Like they don't necessarily feel safe in that class. They don't want to invite the people in the class into their house. You know what I'm saying? So they don't turn the video on. I never even thought that holy shit, the Bears beat the fucking Bucks. But I didn't even think about it like that.
Focus.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't even think about it like that. But the idea that it could be traumatic for a kid to turn on the fucking cameras is kind of crazy too, though. Did you
Yeah,
see anything about
yeah,
that?
yeah. No, I did get an email from the school district stating that it is required for the kids to turn on the video cameras. So they're saying,
Mm,
we just want to make sure our, the kids are there, that they're paying attention, blah blah blah. So they made it about that. But then they also said, with them turning on the cameras, please be mindful, like there can't be any nudity and all other extracurricular activities going on in the background. But it's like that you shouldn't even have to say that. Like, the fact that you have to say that to an adult, like, if my kid barely comes in here and bother me, and I don't even be on a video when I'm working. Like, the only time I may be on a video if we're having like a team meeting, and ever so often they'll say, okay, turn on the video. I just had one today where I met with my team and we had to turn on a video. So it's like, if I do walk in the same area where my kid is studying or doing her school shit, I'm fully dressed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing stupid. Like, at most, you may see me in the background, making a cup of tea or some shit like that. But other than that, like, that's it. Like, I try not to walk past her too tough.
yeah, I don't even understand. Like, if I can, I get like not having uh what you call office space. I get not having office space, but if Shorty got his own room, just put him so that the camera faces a wall, like directly to a
Real
wall.
simple.
So like
Real
ain't nothing
simple.
coming behind. So ain't nothing coming behind him and shit. Can't nobody just walk behind him and have something in the fucking camera or some shit. Like it's kind of ridiculous, funny,
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Like when you see some of these fucking memes and shit, or some of these these TikToks that be on
Yeah, man.
on the fucking things. That should be funny, my nigga. That shit be funny. I be cracking my ass up. Like that shit gives me joy. Like that shit gives me straight joy when I be seeing like these moms that be trying real hard and shit, and they kids still slow to the motherfucker. Like some of them motherfuckers. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about nobody dumbass baby, but the motherfuckers be funny. The motherfuckers be funny as hell. I be cracking up. Like I just think like if it wasn't meant for me to laugh at, they wouldn't have recorded this shit and put it out here for me to enjoy. So I enjoy
Listen,
that
I be
shit.
having way too
I
many
enjoy that
comments.
shit.
Like when I do walk past her computer or I walk where I can see, like I just be having questions and shit because I was looking like you could see all the kids on one screen. So I remember one day I was looking, I'm like, is that the motherfucking teacher or is that your classmate? Oh, mama, that's my classmate. That motherfucker look way too old to be in no fucking eighth grade. Like, how many times did they fail this motherfucker? Mommy, I was like, what? Can they hear me? Like, yeah, so yeah, I done did some shit. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'll admit to that one.
Motherfucker ass boy. I know it take a special motherfucker to figure out the best way to teach somebody and the best way for you to not lose your shit. Cause that's not something that comes naturally to a lot of people. I learned that about myself in this shit. I'm not a natural
Mhm.
teacher. Like I can show somebody how to do something, but I expect for you to get that shit the first time I show you. And that's not you can't treat 9-year-olds and shit like that. So I'm
Okay,
like I'm
so are you one of the parents that be sitting at the computer with a belt? Like, if
hell
Timmy
no.
had 5 apples and Sue took away 2, how many did that motherfucker have?
No, it don't be that bad. But like like it's it's like okay, so it's written right here. You just read it out loud. I just read it to you. What you don't understand,
Mm-hmm.
and like shit like that. Like I'll get the fuck is wrong with you, B? Like I you know what I'm saying? But like I had to figure out like, fam, just say it again. Like just say it slow, break it down, man. It'd be all right, man. It don't mean that the motherfucker slow or some shit. Just chill.
So it made you work
Nah,
on your patience.
yeah. And I had the dog at the same time, so like I really had no patience. Like I really had no
Oh
patience.
gosh.
So it was just all like at the one, you know what I'm saying, all coming at once. And it took a while for me to get to a point where I wasn't hollering and screaming every 5 minutes and shit. But um once I was able to get it, you know what I'm saying, get to a point where I can talk and it not be this super aggressive thing, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? It's better for
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I'm saying? It's better for me. And it's at least better for him because like we getting shit done. Like I can't stand to just be all day and don't nothing get done. Like so okay,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah.
let's like do I have to stand here? Okay, I gotta stand here. Okay, let's stand here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
eventually, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get the point, like you're gonna have to start doing this shit. Cause you ain't gonna want me standing here all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
mad
well,
uncomfortable, B.
yeah, hopefully it gets better soon. That's all we can keep saying. But, I just know since my daughter is in eighth grade, like she's going to start having the graduation and all the events. They have a eighth grade prom at her school. So who knows if that's going to get canceled because it'll technically be next year. Then they just canceled our high school reunion. So there goes our
Yeah,
Chicago trip.
yeah. Well, that would have been my second one of this year, but yeah, man. I was really looking forward to going to that shit too. I
Me
had bought
too.
I had bought shoes and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I got some shoes handmade for that shit. Handmade.
I know them
Handmade. I
motherfuckers
got
is cold too. They cold as hell.
man. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm talking about certified heat. I'm talking about heat. I'm talking about heat, Charlie. I'm talking about heat, Charlie. I ain't even put my
Oh
feet
my
in them.
gosh.
I ain't even put
You
my
haven't
feet in
even
them yet.
tried them on?
Man, I ain't even tried them shits on yet. Like I ain't bullshit.
Ah,
Them shits still in the bag. Because they came in individual shoe bags. They still in the shoe bags in the
I
box.
thought you would have at least tried them joints on by now.
Where? You know what I'm saying? And wear them well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not to wear them, but
nope,
just to try them on, make sure they fit right, make sure they comfortable.
nope.
No?
I wanted to get some. I had wanted to get some more socks, and I started feeling bad about ordering shit off Amazon, so I ain't ordered the fucking socks.
Oh my gosh.
I had ordered the shoes in like February. It took them like 6 months to make them. So like I didn't get them shits until like what's this? This October. We were supposed to have a reunion in August, right?
Yeah, that was the original
It was supposed
date
to
in
be in
August, and then
August.
they
So
pushed it back to October.
yeah,
Yep.
so I had got the motherfuckers like in July. I got them in like July, and we supposed to have the shit in August. So I was like, okay, well, it's only gonna be like a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm gonna just throw them motherfuckers in when
Hmm.
you know like I'm gonna wear them the day before, and then I'm gonna wear them that day just to break them in. So no, I ain't touched. I ain't put them motherfuckers out the box. Them motherfuckers smell crispy too. Every time I
Wow.
go in there, I just look at them like, ooh,
And don't have nowhere to wear them.
not a goddamn place. Not a goddamn place, man. But I was gonna wear them for picture day because you know I got I got camera stands and lights and all of this other type of shit for when I take pictures for the website. And I got a background. I had bought a background for when my daughter had came down for her birthday, so that we could take
Hmm.
pictures. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was gonna wear them motherfuckers for picture day, stand in front of the motherfucker background like I was at the club or some shit, just so I could have the shoes on. But I ain't had no fucking outfit. I couldn't get fitted for nothing to wear. So like it just been some shit out of my closet or whatever. It would have just been a half-ass effort. Like
No, you
it's
wasn't
cold
gonna
and
hit them
shit.
with the club hose.
Man, no, you know what I'm
Not the
saying.
club
But
hose, G.
I want to hit him with the club pose. You know what I'm saying. But I'd have definitely had my chin up. You know what I'm saying. Like you know what I'm saying. Motherfucker definitely would have. You know what I'm saying. But looking at him like this and shit. You know what I mean. Or you know, motherfucker would have been sitting there with the hands in the pockets. You know what I
Oh
mean.
my gosh. I remember the
That
one
would
with
have.
the drink in the hand.
I stopped taking pictures like that. Like I remember when I was because when I was in my 20s and I was drinking all the motherfucking time. I ain't got no
Hmm.
pictures with none of the people that I was around at that time. I ain't got no pictures with none of them people, and I ain't had no drink in my hand. Like, and I'm talking about I'm JJ Evans in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking pictures like this and shit, two hands up or whatever. I'm talking about fucked up.
Just
You know what I'm
acting a
saying?
fool. Just acting a fool.
Acting, acting. Nigga wasn't no acting. I was a fool. You know what I'm saying? I was a motherfucking fool. Shit. I'm talking about, man, I boogalooing my niggas just, you know, sinking that ass shit, double fisting it or whatever. Shit.
Wow.
I had a motherfucking Long Island in this hand, goddamn beer in this one and shit. Just
Wow.
all type of
Doing the most.
dumbass man. No, not even doing the most, just doing me. That was just me. More than necessary. I tell you, that shit was more than that. I was doing more than necessary, more than I was needed.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe next year. Maybe 2021. Maybe 2021.
Yeah, maybe. But speaking of how the fuck I used to act, man, you want to get into Law 5 now? So much depends on reputation. You guard, you
Let's
guard it
do
with your
it.
life.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. Oh my gosh. I think this one was another short chapter.
Yeah,
Um,
I like these because they get straight to the fucking point. Like it ain't really no thinking about it. It ain't
yeah,
really no
I mean
thinking
this
about it.
one was like pretty
Like 6 pages,
self-explanatory.
six,
Yeah,
7 pages, something
yeah,
like that. But the judgment,
yeah.
so the judgment is reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone, you can intimidate and win. Once it slips, however, you are vulnerable and will be attacked on all sides. Make your
Mm-hmm.
reputation unassailable. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang on
That part.
them. Mm,
Yeah. Now
mm,
I can say, with us living in this day and this time, reviews are everything. Reviews, aka your reputation.
yeah,
So me myself personally, like, especially if it's a new company, a new person, a new anybody that I never dealt with before, I'm going right online to see, okay, what's the reviews? Every time I buy something on Amazon, what's the reviews? Like, I need to see what people are saying about this before I spend my money and put my shit out there. I need to
yeah, for
know.
sure.
Yeah. So, with us living in this day and this time, you kind of have to, and you're a damn fool if you don't.
Yeah, and one of the things I used to say jokingly, but it really did have it really it's rooted in truth. Like I used to say that the the worst thing you could do, like my brother used to tell me, like man, when you if you want a pretty girl,
Hmm.
talk to her ugly friend. And I
Really
was like,
now.
what? It's like
I've never heard that one before.
why would you intentionally talk to the ugly girl? Who the fuck does that? He said, listen, man, you talk to the ugly girl, man. You treat her right. And this was in like a movie or something later on, you know what I'm saying? But he had told me
Hmm.
this when I was like, I had to have been 10, 11 years old when he told me this. He's like, nah, man, you talk to the ugly girl, you be friends with her, you treat her well, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You be her friend. Like, don't be trying to fuck on her, don't do none of that shit. Just be her
Hmm.
friend. Be cool with her. You know what I'm saying? Be cool with
Hmm.
her. She's standing out there in the on the dance floor, ain't nobody dancing with her. Go dance with her, have a good time with her and shit like that. What she gonna do is be your mouthpiece. So she gonna go tell all her pretty friends how nice of a
Hmm.
person you are, how nice of a guy you are. Now you get this rep with this ugly girl. You get the rep that you treat all girls the same. You treat them nice no matter what they look like. Then the pretty girls is gonna get that too. So they gonna give you
Hmm.
more of a play. They're gonna give you more of a play because you got a good rep. You got a good rep with the ugly
Good
girls.
one. Good
So I
one.
was like, oh shit. Needless to
Knowledge,
say,
baby.
needless to say, he was goddamn right. But I did see that. I did, I did see that in a movie. It was I can't remember what movie it was in, but I ended up seeing it down the line. And I was like, man, my brother said that shit back in '94, man. I bet knew that. But the
Wow.
but the idea of establishing a reputation and your
Hmm.
reputation following you before you even, you know what I'm saying, before you even get out the bed, something that's paramount. And I think that a lot of a lot of the younger generation don't really understand that. Like they get that.
Hmm.
I think that they understand that they are only as good as like their last act, and that their last act or what it is that they did last is what people base their opinion of them off of. Like
Hmm.
that's I think that's why cats like um cats like that rap bastard gets he had so long in the public space because it went from because at first he was making hits, and then once the
Hmm.
hits stopped he started making news. So as long as he was making news, people was looking to see what he was going to do next.
Right.
after
Right.
after the shock value wore off, it went back to his reputation. Like you just a rat.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Hmm.
just a rat. So why are we watching this rat? Like eventually it kicks in to people. You ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You are
Hmm.
who it is that you have portrayed this much time to be. Like you just somebody that needs attention. So people start treating you that way. Like your rep, like
Hmm.
had he or anybody in of that matter treated their reputation as if it was something that will follow them the rest of their lives instead of something that could just make them money now, it would be a lot less
Mhm.
bullshit. It will be a lot less bullshit going on in the world.
Mhm. Right. And one of the things, and I'm looking at here, excuse me, is the reverse side of it too. Because I remember when I was younger, I was really into, man, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I don't give a shit. Fuck them, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really off into that. I really didn't give a shit. But it's like when you don't make a good reputation for yourself, you leave people to assume the negative.
Right.
So once you let people choose that for you, then you destined to fuck up. Like your fate is already chosen for you. You're letting somebody else choose your fate for you. So therefore you're losing that power because you didn't establish yourself. You're letting other people make that establishment for you.
Yeah.
So that's another way in thinking of it too.
And that's why there is no reversal with his law. like, like you have to guard your reputation. Like you have to be the man or woman of your word. You have to be the stand-up person that you claim to be. You have to be everything it is you say you are.
Mhm.
Like, and if you refuse to believe that your actions will follow you throughout life, that's going to be your detriment. It's not going to be anything else
Mhm.
that anybody's going to do to you that's going to cause you to not have to pay the consequences for this shit. Like I've been hearing this being said more often now than it had been before, but this is a free country. But freedom does not remove you from being responsible for the shit that you do
Mhm.
with your freedom.
Mhm.
So everything that you do, you have to be responsible for. So if you do something that affects your rep in a negative way and you don't do anything to counter that, like you don't put a positive act after that in order to counterbalance some of this shit, then you responsible
Mhm.
for the shit that happens. Like, cause you still did it. You know what I'm saying? You still did it. So
Mhm.
I just think that we should we should pay a lot more attention, even as we're young, more so when we're young. You know what I'm saying? As
Mhm.
kids, we should have paid more attention to what it was that we were putting out there as our reputations were, like what kind of people we were, because what it is, you are what you consistently do.
Mhm. Mhm.
So if you
Mhm.
consistently fuck people over, that's what the fuck you are. You a fuck boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's what you're always going to be known for. You know what I'm saying? If people
uh,
talk, word gets around and spreads very quickly.
yeah.
So, you don't want to be known as that person. You know what I'm saying? That fucked up person. Oh, this one known for this. He ain't shit. He like this. He a thief. He this. He that. He lie. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be known as that person because therefore that reputation is going to follow you everywhere. Like it's not going to stop. And in the book it says too that let's just say somewhere down the line that your reputation did get tarnished. The best way to try and clean that up is, find you a motherfucker with a stellar reputation and stay in his good graces.
Hell yeah, and attach yourself to that. And attach yourself to
Attach
that.
yourself to him or her.
Because yeah, because because people that you've like you might have had a bad experience with, but other people will tell you like, man, you can't get me to say nothing bad about that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker always been right with me, man. Ain't never did nothing wrong by me. Ain't never did nothing to me. I ain't never seen him nothing. I ain't never seen her do nothing. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. You
Mm-hmm.
know motherfuckers that speak about people like that, but that same person out here stabbing motherfuckers in the back and stealing
Mm-hmm.
old lady purses and shit. But that's the rep that they have established with the people that they are actually in a circle with. Now, what they rep is
Hmm.
in the law enforcement community is something entirely fucking different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But that I guess that's why, when we was younger, they used to say, man, don't do your dirt at home. You know what I'm saying? Or do your dirt by yourself.
Hmm.
So the shit that you doing out there don't follow you everywhere you fucking go.
Yeah, because that's one thing my mom used to always say too. Like, whatever dirt you do, do it by yourself. Then you ain't got to worry about a motherfucker coming running their mouth and telling your shit.
Yeah,
So,
man, it's hard to escape that shit, boy. Motherfucker knowing what you did. Mm. Mother, the motherfucker skeletons start growing tendons. You motherfucking ass in trouble. You motherfucker, the motherfucker skeletons start growing tendons and they can walk and shit. Start coming up out that fucking closet, man. You gonna
it's
need
over.
bazookas to put them motherfuckers back in that motherfucker, boy. Shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, this one was a good one. So, uh, definitely keep that reputation clean. Be mindful of what you're portraying and what you're putting out there, because that's ultimately going to follow you, and that's going to be what people think of you. So I put that definitely a lot, especially in my business, because I'm, like I said, I'm super huge on reviews. So whenever I provide a service or products or whatever, I always ask for a review. And that's something where whoever comes to my website or Etsy page or whatever later, they can check the reviews and say, okay, she sells some pretty solid products. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
has a good service. So I'm super huge on that. So I'm with it.
Yeah, like I got something that I'm thinking about, and one of the things that I'm trying to do is to get opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me what you think of this. Tell me what you think of that. Because you don't want to start doing something and you start off fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not paying attention to the strength of what the reputation is that you establishing. You can either have a strong positive reputation or a strong negative reputation. Either way, it's still your reputation. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have the time, if you have time to dictate what your reputation will be, you should take it. You know what I'm saying? You should take it
Mm-hmm.
whether it's vetting um, source materials or vetting locations like in the field like you, making sure that you know everything
Mm-hmm.
about a site and being able to relay that shit to a client. Like that's a reputation for thoroughness. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing better than being thorough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that reputation shit is serious. Like that reputation shit is serious. I you generally stop fucking with people because they've developed a reputation with you that
Mm-hmm.
deems it necessary. Like your reputation is so shitty with me, I can no longer associate myself with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with you no more, man. Your rep is that fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. And you live and you learn too, because it's like I remember sometimes I used to be that benefit of the doubter, like, motherfucker try and tell you, man, this motherfucker ain't shit, don't deal with him or whatever. Well, I'm gonna give a motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, and and see how they vibe with me or whatever.
Well,
And
you be
then when you end up
35
looking,
before that shit, before you realize that benefit of the doubt ain't shit. Like when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
the first motherfucking time,
The
the
first
first
motherfucking
motherfucking
time,
time.
man. Shit, fuck that. I knew your ass wasn't shit. Why the fuck I keep fucking with you?
Well,
That be the thing. I be mad at my motherfucker. What's wrong with you? I'm mad at myself for
mm-hmm. They told me you wasn't shit. They told me.
Oh man. Oh, that reminds me of something else, man. I'm gonna tell you something. You got anything else for this episode?
Yeah, no, that's it. So, we did release the winner to our top five influencers contest. So that was Showstopper 474 on Instagram. So we sent out the invitation to vote, and we will be
Congratulations,
sending, yes, 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 we will be sending her a $25 Starbucks gift
and pay attention. Pay attention. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a wrap.